Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. So now I'm going to teach you Git with GitHub. Okay, so so in order to understand the Git, you have to understand the concept of versioning. Okay, versioning. So as part of versioning, what you are trying to do. So basically, it's very simple. Developers, we have a multiple engineers in a team, and we all write a code. We all write a code daily. We write a code, but the over the period of time, after let's say after 6 months or after 1 month, if you want to go into the past and try to find out who had added or modify or deleted this code, what was that changes, why he or she made the changes, where the changes are and when the changes. So history is very difficult to get it, and that is where the versioning concept of versioning is coming. So here we are talking about the source code versioning. So yeah, we want to keep a track of all this meta information, and for that we have a tools for it. So if you look at the tools, these are the open source category. We had SCCS earlier, then RCS, then CVS, then SVN. Now we are learning Git. Some open source commercial tools also with there. For example, uh, Perforce, Clearcase, TFS, and all kind of things. It was there. So yeah, these are the some of the histories of versioning tool. I'll just ignore it because right now that's not our priority. But yes, you should try to find out the history if you have a curiosity for that and all kind of things. So yes, coming to the Git. So Git is born in 2005. Yes, Git is born in 2005. So who developed the Git? So Linus Torvald. He's the one who's the father of Linux. So he has developed this tool Git, and it was a replacement for the Bitkeeper to manage Linux kernel source code. So Bitkeeper was one of the tool which was for versioning, and it was used by Linus Torvald to version the Linux kernel. So they wanted to replace the Bitkeeper, so Git is born. So why the Git is popular? We all are learning. I have not seen any one organization from last 10 years who's not using Git. So yes, it's a distributed version control, open source, free, compatible with all the operating system, and it's a local, so faster than other SCMs 100x also. What is a local? I'll talk about it. So you can look at this, some of the stats, little old, maybe 2 years, 3 years old, but you can look at the stats and popularity. 2019 we had a 50,000 repository at a GitHub. Now what is a GitHub? I'll discuss about it. But by 2020 we had 190 millions of repository. So look at the growth of the Git. Now who should use it? Anyone who want to version their code. Mind it, Git is designed for versioning the source code. Source code can be PHP, Java, C++, Python, whatever it is. Any file which you can read it. Text, any file in simple way, if I say you can open up with a notepad and you can read it, human can read it. That's a text file. But we should use for the Git. But if you are storing the images, movies, music, fonts, word processing files, spreadsheet, and PDF, so versioning will not be possible. When I say versioning, that means you cannot compare two images and say, hey, this is the difference and all. You cannot compare two movies. But yes, still you can store it, and the file text versioning you will not get it, but two different version of files you can get it. That's there. So Git is distributed. In what sense? So let me put it in this way. This is an interview question, so I'm just helping you to understand. So there is a two model in this category. Okay, there is a two model. One model we call it server and client model, and there is one model which you call it a distributed model. So Git is a distributed. What way? So let's put it in a very simple way. There is a one repository you have. Repository, you know that it will have a two information. One is your source code and one is a metadata. Metadata means what, why, when, where, and all kind of things. This repository contains your source code. This will be managed by one software. Let's say multiple software we discussed like SVN and all, so Perforce and all. So it's there, and this is running in the one server. And this server you have IP address, some authentications and all. And this is your laptop, developer's laptop. And what happens here? You install client, and download the source code, not the meta information. Okay. And for anything you want to modify the code, add, commit, and all this thing, for that you have to do the at the server. This is the client, this is server. So this is server and client model. Okay. So SVN, Perforce, clear case, TFS, all are client and server model. Are you understanding, all of you? All of you? Hello? Hello, I'm audible, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this is called server and client model, but Git is distributed model. What does that mean? So distribution means what is happening. Let's say this is your laptop, this is your laptop, this is someone else's laptop, this is my laptop. So if you want to version the file, see here, look at this very simple difference. Here, when you want to version the file, you talk to server. But you know what? When you want to version the files in the distributed concept, you basically everyone have their own repo. I repeat, everyone have their own repo. So this is my repo, this is your repo, and everyone version their file in their own repo actually. So here if you see, this is the client, client, and we do the versioning here, 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 here. So this is called distributed model. That means everyone works on their own repo, and when you want to share the code with each other, repo to repo communications can be possible, sharing. But here we have only one repo, and then rest of this are client. So this is the major difference in the Git versus SVN or other tools. So remember that Git is distributed. So now next question is, what is a Git workflow? So let me show you one tutorial for it. It will help you. So write Git workflow. Okay. And here this is the Git tutorial, Git basic workflow. Okay. So now understand this way. First thing you have to install Git client. Okay. How do you install the Git client? So there is a tutorial again for this. You can follow this one. In Ubuntu, you can run git install, apt install git. In RHEL, you will say apt yum install git. In Windows, you have to have a installer from these locations. Okay, and Windows, you get a installer, next, and done. Git is installed. So this tutorial will help you to install the Git. Now I have already installed Git. So let me show you the website from where you will download the installer. Here, this is the website. Download for Windows. So I have installed the Git. So if you see the Git command line, go to the Git. It's a command line tool. So Git, see, go to the PowerShell also. Git, see. But you know what? When you install the Git using the this tool, then you will get extra tool which is called Git Bash. See here, in Windows only this is. So what is Git Bash? So Git Bash is utility which you get it additionally along with the Git installations, and this utility is very beautiful. Which way? So you know what? Here you can run basic Linux command being in Windows. You don't need a Linux kernel for it. For example, ls. See? Basic Linux command you can run on Git Bash. Along with it, Git command also you can run it, and the color and all will be better. I mean, you will love it. So typically, if you are using the command line for working with the Git, I love git bash rather than other command line. Okay, so this is the git bash. So now how do we get started? So get into the flow. So first thing what you have to do, create a repo. Okay, now question is how do we create a repo? So get in it. Now you know what many people what they do simply they open up a command line and they started firing the command, but that is not a good practice. So here I should mention this. Let me log into this, so I'll update this one also. Just a second. Okay, so now you should go, let me close this now, refresh. So now here what I'm trying to say, you should go to empty directory first. Understand this way. Here I'm writing a command for you, and here the keyword has some issues, I guess. Ah. So here what I'm asking you to do, first thing, create one empty directory. Okay, that is important. How do you create? I think you know that those commands here. The command you can say mkdir, uh, git work, something like this. After that, you go inside the directory git work. After that, again you create one directory which is called mkdir git repo one. Okay, and then finally you run this command git init. Okay, so this is the right flow. So here ultimately you are creating an empty directory. Here also you can create it, but I want to create here. You can, in this directory you can create repo 1, repo 2, repo 3, repo 4, like this. So don't jump to the command line and you start firing the command, because you are feeding the command here, which is not good place. It should be empty place. Are you okay with it? All of you, all of you. Hello.
What you mean to say is create a new area where you want to do run these commands
Create.
basically.
Haha. Yeah. So now let me show you the demo. So this was a last session. I'll delete. I'll create one directory. Let's say git work. Inside that, I'll create one more directory, repo one. I'm doing manually, showing you this physically. I mean the UI through. And now I'll go here and search for git bash. So here, git bash, and here you are, and then run the command git init. And this is what you will see that. So now look at this here, read this message, initialize empty git repository, where the repository is created .git. Now this directory will be hidden. Okay, so this directory will be hidden. So note .git would be hidden, would be hidden directory. Okay, so please remember that this directory will be hidden. So what you need to do? So you need to go to this here, views, show hidden items. Else you don't. Many people say, Rajesh, I created a repository, but I can't see it. It's hidden. Dot directory is hidden. This is your repository. So guys, are you comfortable with this command? All of you.
Yes, Rajesh.
Okay, so what after that you have to do? First, you install the Git. Second, you install, create a repository, and then decide which file you want to version or write a file. So become a programmer. Now, many people say, I didn't understand this one. Remember that what you are doing, you are becoming a programmer. So what you will do? Write a code. Write a code here in this directory. Write a code. Now, how do you write a code? I don't know. Notepad, Notepad++, Visual Studio Code, Eclipse, Visual Studio, Visual Basic Studio. So many editor, hundreds of editors are there. How do you write? I don't know. Fake files I'm creating. File1.java and here file2.java. You know what? But you know, this way is little irritating for me. And in this file, you can write some code. Line number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't laugh. This is my special code. 4 lines of code I written. Done. But you know what? Just to save time, next time I'll use this tool. Touch file3.java. See that? Where I created. Oh, file3, right? Sorry. File3.java. Understood now? This is a easy command for me. Got it now? Hello? All of you?
Yes.
I'm putting that here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now this is also done. Coding is done. Now what to do? Now this is a one-time activity. Here I have written, see, creating a repo is one time. Installation is one time. And here this is also one time. This is a continuous time that till you get the programming. So this is one time. What is this? So guys, who are you? What is your identity? So basically here, if you look at this, everything you are doing in your own local repo, so you don't need a user ID and password because ultimately it's a computer, it's your laptop, it's your server, local. So what to do? So here you, in order to pass the certain identities, here you are passing the username, email address, and last command to see that. Last one, here it is. So this is also you added. Okay. So now this is also done. Any questions so far on the step number 4? All of you? All of you? Hello?
Yes, that's right.
Hello? Okay. Now what you need to do? So guys, you need to add these files to Git. How do you add it? This is the command. So let me run this. Hmm. Clear the screen. Now see, this is the file. Now you have this command. Okay, sorry, bad copy. I want to copy this file, paste it, enter. See, I add it. Simple. So like that, you can add more files if you want to. Now commit a files. So how do you do that? Copy, paste, enter. So see what I did. Very simple thing. Here I created a repository. Here I created a coding. Here I added a file. Here I committed a file. Simple. Committed file means version the file whichever I added a coding here, whatever I added a coding here, version the file. So now how do I see that? How to see that committed history? How many histories do you have? So for that, git log, and this is the complete information. So now if you see that, let me help you to understand this output carefully. Okay, let me run this second command also. And here git show, and commit ID. You have to change this. Okay, this is the commit ID. Paste it. Enter. Now this I'll explain you. You'll understand this. Okay. So now the question is, look at my slides, all of you. Who has committed? So where's the answer? Rajesh Kumar. What was committed? Why the commit has happened? Where is the commit? Root location. And when it was committed? Guys, did you understand that? All of you. Hello?
Yes.
Simple. Simple. Now, this is something which you have to understand. So this is the versioning concept. Now you tell me, there's the questions to all of you. Which thing we will do in the loop? Tell me, all of you. Tell me, all of you, please. Hello?
Sorry, what's the question again?
Which thing you will do in the loop now? Loop means again and again.
Which thing to do?
Which thing means here in the step. So what you will do next time? Modify the files, add a files, commit a files, see the logs. Correct now?
Yeah. Yeah.
These are the things you will do in the loop.
Yes.
Agree with me or not? Now the question is, okay. Now next question is, just a second. Now next question is, what is this? How do you take it out? What is this? So guys, I don't know how many of you have used from the how many of you are from the old school, like use the SBN per force. So earlier we used to have one, when you commit one, it'll become one, two, three, four, 500,000 millions, like that. But here in Git, we don't have a revision number. So what is this? So this is, we call it commit ID, created by SHA-1 algorithm. It contains hash of 40 character and it's unique. Simple. So every time when you commit, this ID is created. Okay. Again, let me write it. Every time you commit, uh, you add and then commit, one one unique ID is created. Guys, did you understand this? What is this? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Good. So now guys, this is something, the workflow you have to do continuously all the time. Okay. So now let me take this image. Many people will not forget now, and publish this. So here, this one. But you know what, guys? Whatever I taught you, please remember that. Again, look at the workflow one more time. Here, created a repository, added files. This is one-time activity. Added files, commit, see the logs. But whatever I taught you, it's not 100% right. Then you will say, Rajesh, what is wrong here? So basically, here, you have not asked why we are adding also and why we are committing also. What does that mean? I am not able to understand this. Why we are adding and then why we are committing? That is something you have not asked me. Anyone have answer for this? All of you?
Adding maybe just to your local area and committing maybe to everybody else.
No. Every remember that I did not share. Remember that everything I said very clear. That's the reason people get confused and fail the interview. In the Git, everything you do on local repository. When I say everything, adding, deleting, modifying, branching, merging, viewing, everything you do in local, except one sharing. For that, you connect with a remote repository. Right now, that situation I did not discuss at all. Okay, so what is that? That is important. And now for that, you need to understand this image. Let's understand. Guys, very good image. Look at this. Let me take a screenshot of it and understand this image. So you should focus on that. What is the difference between add and commit? So guys, mind it here. This is your repo. Okay. Just now I created one directory in front of you. So don't get confused. This is the repo one. This is my repo. It's this repo. Let's divide into two parts. One is we call it workspace. Which is this one? Workspace is the place where our engineers, means you and me, works. So remember that you are working here only. Working means this is your code. As a programmer, you are writing a code here. That's your workspace. So far so good, all of you?
Yes.
Now there is one more area which is called repo. Where is repo? You know that. This is your repo. Got it? Look at this image one more time. This is repo. So then you'll say, Rajesh, okay, fine. I have a two area. One is workspace and one is repo. So how it is different? How add and commit will do? So let's do one thing. Let's divide this .git also virtually into two areas. One area we call it staging, and one area we call it repo. Now we'll say, Rajesh, okay, you said workspace is this one, repo is this one. Then why again you're staging and repo one more time you're adding? So you know what, guys, this area is divided virtually into two places. But right now I'm not deep diving into that because you don't need to know. That staging area which I was talking about is this one, index. Now it's a virtual locations. You'll not be able to directly see using command only. You can see that. So then the problem is what is happening here. So let's me tell you here, guys, what happens. You write a code in the this workspace area, and after writing a code, when you add git add, this file content go to the staging area. See that this file has come a staging area. And you know what? When you commit, the file is not taking from here. It's taken from the staging area. Mind it. Again, I'm saying add versus commit. So workspace, when you add it, the file travel to the staging area, and staging area, when you commit, the file is been taken from a staging area, and then versioning is being created, one version, two version, three, four, fifth, like that. You keep committing and keep doing the stuff. So this here in this repo, these objects is being piled up. Where is this being piled up? Let me show you this. This is the location. Now you cannot study just like this. You have to use the command for it. So now what should be the right definition for it? So when I say git add, then the right thing you should say, hey, when we add a git, mind it is an interview question, add files from workspace to git staging area. Please read this. And when you say commit, committing a file from staging area to repo area. Will you remember this, all of you?
Yeah.
Wonderful. So now guys, let me show you one image. This is a good image, this one. So now I hope you understood git versus commit. Make sense?
You mean add versus commit?
Sorry. Yes, correct. Add versus commit. Got it now? Hello? Hello? Okay, so now few more things you want to ask. So let me tell you these commands. Okay, so how to add all files this way, how to commit the files only. You have a many files in staging area, but you want to commit selective. How to do that? How to commit directories? You'll do that in offline. How to modify and commit existing version file? The file is already there. How to modify? So you modify this file, add it and commit. Okay, so these are the things you do that. Now this I need to talk about it. So now the question, one more question which is pending. How do I know which file you have in working directory and which file you have in staging area and which file you have in repository? How do I know? That's the question. So now the command is git status. Okay. So right now if you see that ls, I have a 3 files, but git status is showing me only 2 files. Why? Any idea? Any clue? Any guesses?
We haven't gone through
Follow?
the process of adding and committing yet, right? In Git.
Wonderful. So Git is saying, hey boss, Git is, this is a Git status, not a your system status. Git is saying, boss, the file one, whatever you modify, you versioned it already. I don't care about it because there's no change actually. But this files is not at all added. See, not tracking. That means I have no idea about this file. So these files you have in which place? Any idea? Which place? Working directory. Now git add. Okay. So one more time, just a second. ls, just a second. Touch file4 dot java. One more file. Okay, I'm creating it just for git git not ls. Now git status, git add file2 dot java. Okay, what I did wrong, just a second, hold on. ls git add file2 dot java. I'm adding it only java file2. File1 is already committed. And now so here is there. And now one more thing I want to do, just give me a second. I'll give you a complete picture of this. So git add file2 dot java, git commit, second, one more commit I'm doing, commit. Okay, so now I'll modify file1 dot java, which is already committed. Okay, I'll explain it to you. And here I'm adding fifth line, shell code. Done. Now, guys, this is a complete scenario. So git ls, you have a 4 files. Git status, git add file3.java, git status. So let's look at this here one more time, ls, and now I'll explain it to your status. See here. Now look at this here scenario. So first time you write a file in working directory, then when you add it, then staging area, and then when you commit, repository. So now tell me one thing. This file is in working directory. This file is in staging area. Any idea where is this file?
It is still in um, it's still in your. We haven't added it yet. You just modified it.
Any other observation? Any other observation? So yep, let me put it up. There's one line for it. So this, this, this. So I'll write it. So please think about it. This file is in staging area. You see here. This file is committed in the past, but new changes is not is in is still in workspace, working directory. Understand? And this changes, this file is in working directory. Now do let me know if you understood or not.
Yes.
All of you.
Mm.
So what I'm trying to say, bullet point, please remember, every time, I'll change the color, every time you change file must be add and commit. Got it? In order to version. Will you remember this flow, all of you?
Yeah.
Simple. So this you please remember that. So here topic is, let me write this thread here. How to know which file is in work directory, staging, or in repo. Repo is not required. So for that, I think this is more than sufficient. Okay. Anyone is having any questions now? Hello.
Oh, Rajesh.
Okay. So now you have understood the workflow, and I want this one image one more time. Just a second. So this image I want one more time. So let me open up. So here in this image you have multiple times you have done the commit, and here you see that 1 commit, 2 commit, 3 commit, 4 commit, 6 commit, 100 commit, 5000 commit. But sometime you need a past records, right? How do we see that? How do we see that? How do we see that old records? And that is where see the command checkout. This is a checkout command. So that means if you want to see the older history, let's say you want to have a code up to this year, okay, up to this year, okay, or up to this year. So that means 3 commits. If you check out this commit, this one will come. If you check out this commit, all these 4 will come. Check out this commit, all these 4 will come. But where it will go? So actually, guys, work directory will be replaced with the old commits. You want to see that? Let me show you. So guys, what I'm doing right now, git add all git commit everything, okay, all done. So how many total commits I am having in the history? Git log. So 1 commit, 2 commit, 3 commit, everything I committed. If you see the git status, nothing is, that means nothing means everything whatever I modify, I have version that. That's the meaning of it. Now how can I go back to the history? So now I want the status of my work which was done till this time, at this time. How do I do that? So simple, git checkout, that's all, and the commit ID, enter. And now remember that you had earlier few files, now you have only one file, because at that time I had only one file in that repository, that to commit. Here you see that. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes.
Hello? So now the question is, I am at this place. If you do the git log, see suddenly one commit. But actually, how do you go to the latest commit of that repository? So for that, you have to refer your branch, check out master, and now you are at right place. So now this is the reverse way you can any commit you can see in the workspace for your developer. So this is something which I have discussed. Same thing in the little bit here, here. Okay, how to go,
One
how
more time, Rajesh. What is you did git log and then you
git
did
log
git
for the seeing the number of commit.
sorry, you did git checkout, but then you had to do checkout master
Master,
and then
master is a branch name to come to the most recent commit. Just read this. How to go back to the old version commit. How to go back to the most recent version commit.
okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
So remember that this is your area. This is you. You write a code here, version it, add it, and commit it. You want to get back the older code, check out, and you have an older code here. Simple. So guys, this is the complete workflow how each developers will work on daily basis. They will modify the code, add commit, modify the code, add commit, modify the code, add commit. And if you want to see the older version, check out and commit ID. Very simple. Make sense, all of you?
Have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video.
Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest.
Thanks for watching.